Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This episode is going to be about the hot news of the week. Fujifilm just announced that they will reintroduce in the market Acros 100. Many people are very happy about it. So as many people are very mad about it. And there's just a couple of things I want to talk about this. So one of the things I want to talk about is why was Acros removed from the market in the first place. And this is very important to understand the attitude of Fujifilm. And the information provided yesterday by Fuji explains why Acros was removed in the first place. And the reason is that some of the ingredients necessary to the production of this film are often not available on the market. And I understand as when you want to be efficient doing something, because that also represents costs, and people have often complained about the increase of price by Fuji, you need to plan. And if you plan and then you don't have the ingredients to produce the film, then that's useless and it's going just to increase the price of production. And that's not good. No one wants the price just to increase by inefficiency of the production lines. So they say they reformulated the film. That's why it's called Acros 102. Because it's a new version of the same film and it gives these ingredients away from this new recipe. And why is this good news for the film community? Well, in my opinion, this means very good news for the film community because I'm pretty sure Fujifilm didn't make these decisions out of thin air. They probably based all these decisions in a lot of market studies. This means that the film community is alive. It's active and is buying, and they see potential in reintroducing the film after investing in renovating the recipe, and this can only be understood as a positive thing. I believe there's space for everyone. Probably all the companies in this area have nevertheless to rethink and resize their business. Fujifilm did it very well. They transitioned from the analog era into the digital era, and now they are resizing their film industry. And we have to understand, because today it is not sold as much film as probably 20 years ago. So all the companies will always have to make cuts and will have to rethink their business. And by reintroducing a film, a big company like Fujifilm can only mean good things for the film community. And what is Fujifilm's strategy? What Fujifilm is doing is exactly that. They are rethinking and resizing their film industry. And what this means, in my opinion, is that Fujifilm is going to probably abandon the consumer film industry, because I don't think there's much space in the future for the consumer film. The professionals will always shoot professional film, and they will provide a stable base for producing professional film. And the hobbyists, just like me, we will provide extra income, extra business in this area. As for the consumer film, I don't believe that professionals will always shoot consumer film, and the hobbyists eventually they will just try the professional films as well. Even though it's a little bit more expensive than the consumer film, it's eventually what everyone does. You start by buying a cheap film like Aquavista, but then you want to go and try Provia, because that's the natural order of things. You start with something cheap, with something easy, and then you upgrade your challenge. And I think Fujifilm understands this, and they don't want to jeopardize their film industry, and that's very good for us. So they will abandon the consumer film and will dedicate themselves to produce professional film. So guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving a thumbs up on this episode and subscribe if you haven't done yet. So until the next episode.